Hi budget babes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here or returning, my name is JaliyahKreationz, guys. Welcome, and it's Sunday, so we're back with another video today. In today's video, I'm going to be doing Eva's budget here, and her goal here is to save and pay off debt. We're looking at over 10 grand worth of debt here with the income of $2,800 per month. So we're going to go ahead and set her up a monthly budget, and we're going to get straight into it, you guys. So you guys already know the drill. Straight off the bat, we're going to go ahead and write down what our goal is. So our goal is to pay off debt and save. Our monthly income after tax is going to be $2,830 here. So we're going to go ahead and talk about two different type of expenses. Fixed expenses versus our variable expenses. So fixed, of course, are going to be our expenses that are usually the same every month. So car insurance, phone bills, rent, mortgage, cable, all of that good stuff. I'm going to go through and write down the fixed expenses, and I'm going to speed this up real quick, you guys. Alright you guys, so just like that, we wrote down our fixed and our variables. Remember, subscriptions are technically a fixed expense. You're always going to see me put them as a variable because you can always cut those to save money. So now we're going to go ahead and add up our total fixed and our total of variables here. So let's see what it totals for the whole month for us. So for our fix here, I got $15.99. And we're going to go ahead and add up our variables here, which is going to be 32 plus 355 plus 200 is going to be 587. 587 plus $15.99 is going to put our expenses at a total of $21.86. So now we're going to go ahead and find our cash surplus, which is going to be $28.30 minus $21.86. Which is going to be $644 left over after bills and expenses. Alright you guys, so we have $644 left over after our bills and expenses. So we are going to go ahead and create ourselves a debt payoff sheet here. We're going to take the $644 we have left over to knock off this 10 grand worth of debt. So of course, how we normally do, guys, we're going to go ahead and create a debt payoff list and write our debt down here. So credit cards, which I'm pretty sure they're all credit cards, but we're going to say credit cards / debt pay off. And we're going to go ahead and create a list. Alright you guys, so now that we went and wrote down our debt, we're going to go ahead and create our debt payoff. So we have a LFCU, which has a balance of $967, a Capital One that has a balance of $30.64, and a Platinum that has a balance of $62.29. So our cash surplus starting March, after we take care of all of our bills and expenses, is going to be $644. With $644, we're going to go ahead and break this down, and we're going to put $500 of this towards debt, and we're going to put the other $144 in our savings, you guys. I got ahead of myself here. Hold on. $144. In our savings. So based off our cash surplus, guys, it makes sense to do the snowball method where we pay off our smallest card to our biggest card regardless of the interest here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to angle this where I'm sitting at an angle, so hopefully you guys can still see everything correctly. So we're going to go ahead and put our cash surplus aside for 2 months. So January, February, March, April, we're going to go ahead and put $500 so we can pay off the LFCU. So 500 twice is going to be $1,000. With $1,000, we can go ahead and pay off LFCU, which has a balance of $967. So we're gonna take 1,000 minus 967 is gonna be $33 that goes in our savings. And then we also put $144 aside in our savings for the last 2 months as well. 144 times 2 months is going to be $288 in our savings. Boom, just like that, we already paid off 1 credit card. Remember, we are still paying our minimums on all of our credit cards. So what we're going to go ahead and do, January, March, April, May. Starting May, we're going to go ahead and add $25 back into our cash surplus. So $644 plus $25 is now going to give us a cash surplus of $669 here. So just like that, we paid off 1 card. So we're still doing the snowball method, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and pay off our Capital One next. And we're going to do the same process we did before up here. So we're going to go ahead and do a breakdown. We're going to put 400 of this towards debt. And then let's put $269 in our savings, since it's going to take a little bit longer to pay off Capital One. So Capital One has a balance of $30.64. We have been paying the minimum on Capital One, so it may even be smaller by the time we get here. But we're at $30.64, but we're just going to act like we haven't, just to cover any interest that possibly accumulated. So let's go ahead and take $30.64 and divide it by $400. It's going to take roughly about 8 months. So for my visual learners, we're going to go ahead and write down 8 months. So May, June, July, August, September to October, November, 2, 4, 6, so to December. And that would give us 8 months here. Let me count it one more time. 2, 4, 6, 8. And we put in $400 there for the next 8 months. Sorry you guys if I'm fairly quiet today. I'm just a little tired. 400 here. I'm a little quiet than usual today. So let's do 400 times 8 months is going to give us 3,200. So 3,200 minus 30.64 is going to total to 136 in our savings. The 7,269 times 8 months, because that's what we were putting in our savings. Okay. All right, you guys, and just like that, Capital One is paid off. Remember, we are still paying this $110 minimum each month, so that $110 isn't included in our expenses. I mean, it's included in our expenses, so it's not included with this $400. This is the money after our bills and expenses. So starting January, we can go ahead and add $110 back to our $669. So $669 plus 110 is going to be $779. So now we are going to work on paying off the platinum, which is going to take a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and do the same thing we did before. Why don't we put $579 and then $200 in our savings. And we're going to pay off the platinum. So by the time we get to platinum, guys, it should be smaller, but we're rounding up to cover any interest. So we're just going to act like we're starting from the beginning. So the platinum has a balance of $62.29. So we're going to go ahead and take $62.29 and divide it by $579, which is going to take roughly 11 months. So I'm not going to write all the months out, but $579 times 11 months here is going to give us 63.69 minus 62.29. $140 that will go in our savings, and then remember we're also saving $200 times 11 months here. Maybe $2,200 and our savings. All right. So that is the process it will be for us to pay off roughly about 10 grand worth of debt here based off our debt total up here. We're looking at 10 grand. Once we pay that off, we no longer have to pay that minimum and now go back into our cash surplus. So I hope this video was helpful to any of my budget babes out there that's struggling with debt. I hope this helps, or this example was beneficial to you. Guys, thank you for watching. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Also, planners can be purchased at JaliyahKreationz.com, you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, you guys. Bye.